5 people each bought a bag of M&Ms. Okay, in Ty's bag, 4/10 of the M&Ms were red. So if this was Ty's bag, you'd have these red M&Ms and 4/10 of them are red. We have other colors, but 4 out of 10 are red. Okay, the table below shows the fraction of red M&Ms in the other 4 bags. 2/5 of the M&Ms in Jessica's bag were red. Hannah's 10 out of 40 were red. Blaine's 3 out of 30 were red. He didn't have as many, did he? And Alejandra's 7 out of 10 were red. Okay. So here's a question. Based on the table, which 2 people had bags in which less than 4/10 of the M&Ms were red? And the 4/10 comes from Ty's bag. Okay. They had less M&Ms than Ty did. At least the fraction was a smaller number. Okay, so we're trying to find which one of these 4 fractions is less than 4/10. Or maybe there are 2 of them. Well, there will be 2 of them because our choices are going to be 2 out of the 4 had fractions that were less than 4/10, the Ty's fraction here. All right, so let's move this up a little bit. Same question. Let's take our 2/5. If we're going to compare this with 4/10, my denominator has to be 10. I don't know what the numerator is, but the bottom has to be a 10, okay? Copy that down here, and the way you figure out what the numerator is, because I know if you have a denominator of 10, I don't know what the numerator is, but the way you figure that out, you go 2 times 10 and divided by 5. Okay, so x is the 2 here. You're cross multiplying 2 times the 10, which is 20, isn't it? 20 divided by 5 would be what? 4. So x here is 4. So is this fraction less than this fraction? No, it equals that fraction. 2/5 equals this fraction. So Jessica had the same amount as Ty, so it wasn't less than Ty's. Same. Now what about Hannah? Her fraction was 10 over 40, and we want the bottom once again to be what? The bottom, to compare it with this fraction, the bottom has to be a what? To have it like that one. Of course, we don't know what this is. That's the question. What is the numerator? I know the denominator is going to have to be 10 if I want to compare those. Then what is the numerator? To make these equivalent, we have to go 10 times 10 and then divide by the 40. What did we say? 10 times 10, which is 100. 100 divided by 40. And that's going to go 2.5 times, 2.5. So go back to my fraction, replace the x with the 2.5. Now these are like, and 2.5 is less than 4. See how these fractions are like? 2.5 is less than 4, so we're going to get a big yes for Hannah's. Okay? Take Blaine's next, not 10 over 40, but what? 3 over 30. Once again, we want the bottom to be a like fraction of this. We have to have the bottom be 10. We're searching for the numerator. 3 times 10 divided by the 30. X is 3 times 10 divided by this other number here. Okay, now what is 3 times 10? 30 divided by that 30 is 1. So x in this fraction here is a 1. Now, would you say that 1 is less than 4? I would. A big yes for Blaine. So these are my 2 answers. We've got to find out what's wrong about this one. Okay? Now, how do you... The denominator is already 10, isn't it? So is 7 less than 4? So of my choices, I want Hannah's and Blaine's. I want these 2. Because I had a yes for these 2. So which one is Hannah's and Blaine's? D is the correct answer.